Direct your attention to the...
What is up, losers? It's all good, Amber. I actually also feel like shit. I have this, like, weird ass cold that just won't go away. Daddy? Okay, no, I'm not gonna read it if you call me daddy. That's just not, no. I'm not gonna wish you luck if you call me daddy. Alright, I actually have to start taking care of couch potatoes again. Because I use so many fucking pet snacks. Okay, I'm not responding to Zinky either. I need to, like, pin a comment of acceptable names for myself. No Zaddy. I'll take Supreme Leader. Fearless Leader. I'll take that. No, not Zinky Poo. We're actually going the wrong direction there. Mr. Z is fine, actually. I like Mr. Z. That's great. Wise One. No, not Mommy. Like, I think we're missing the point here. Christopher Robin Slayer is, yeah, that's a preferred title. Christopher Robin Slayer is such a funny one because that's like that's like one of my proudest accomplishments, but it's impossible to bring up in conversation with normal people. You know what I mean? Like, I need help on how to, like, casually implement into the situation that I am, you know, Christopher Robin's like, yeah, I killed a child. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's kind of a tough one just to, like, bring in the conversation, you know? This character. I killed a child. Not the worst thing I've ever done. You like Winnie the Pooh? I beat him in baseball. I feel like I should save that for Wizhead Wednesday. I feel like that's a killer pickup line, right? I was dressed as Tigger for some reason too. I don't know. I've definitely gotten better about it, but like I still really cringe when someone talks about my videos, like in real life. I don't know why. It's weird hearing myself. I lured a child to its death dressed in a fursuit. Sound familiar? Okay, don't say Zinky sus. I don't really do stitches. No, I don't get recognized IRL. But most of my friends know now that I have a channel. I've never been recognized. I fucking fear the day I meet one of you in real life. I hope it never happens. Ha ha ha, friends. For the first time, actually, I guess I have kind of been recognized because someone I was like really good friends with in middle school sent me one of my fucking YouTube shorts. And I guess he was watching the Wizlock video. And I wear a Gonzaga sweatshirt in the Wizlock video I've had since middle school. And he was like, saw me in the sweatshirt and he was like, oh shit. Like it just clicked and he's like, yo, is this you? And I was like, yeah, this is me. That's the best one. That's the only video I've had that's reached a large enough audience to like target someone who's into like gaming shit on YouTube, but not necessarily Wiz. No, it was kind of cool. Also freaky though. I live on the East Coast half the year, and I live in the Bay Area the other half of the year. I go to school on the East Coast, and I come home to the Bay Area. Oh. Usually I lie about where I am to keep chat on their toes. I try to stay mobile. I feel like most of the time people are like, I don't know. I feel like if I ever actually met any of you in real life, it would be surprisingly normal. I like to hold in my heart of hearts that you would actually be normal. I remember the only time I've ever like done something like an IRL meet and greet thing for like other creators was I went to like one of the OG I used to be really into 2K basketball. It's a basketball video game. And this was like kind of like early stages of YouTube. Like gaming YouTube. And there was they were doing like a meet and greet basketball game thing, and I went because it was pretty local to where I lived at the time. And it was like the awkwardest shit ever. Because it's kind of like I've watched so much of what you've done, and at the same time, I don't know you. Zaret's hooping too much. Casually tears up the entire Bay Area looking for you. I don't know why you'd want to find me. I don't. And like, you'd be better off tracking down Mr. Beast if we're being real. Take really long distance pictures of him with max 10 pixels like Bigfoot. That would be funny. That would actually be a good bit. Cryptid Zaret. I don't even know what that means. They usually release new spells every time there's a new world. They say never meet your heroes. In this case, it's more like never meet the guy you stare at through a screen. It'd be awkward. Yeah. What's up, Seth? How do I not have... Oh, I took this out of the thing. I'm dumb. Okay.
Sometimes, actually a lot of times, actually never, people come up to me on the street and they say, hey...
He lives in North Carolina, and then there's a thing. This is actually like... I mean, he kind of said... I saw it on a clip of him, but there's like Discords that track him. That track Mr. Beast. So like, troll the internet and find like when someone posts a picture with him or whatever, and they'll like fucking geoguess or locate him, and they track him.
Instrumental. I can do that. I have a very talented mouth, and I can do it on my phone right now. And would you like me to do that? And they say no, and I walk away.
It's so weird. It's insane behavior. It's actually kind of fucked up. Like, really not okay. The thing about like big YouTubers like that too is they don't get the same protection from like, I mean, I'm sure Mr. Beast probably does now, but that's why they always get swatted, because they don't get the same protection from like law enforcement, because they don't like really recognize streamers as like, I mean, they're not, but like, you know, like if I called into Shaquille O'Neal's house and I was like, Shaquille O'Neal has a gun, they're obviously not going to go swat him. But if they do it to a streamer, it's weird. That's what happens when you're a beast. I never want to meet him, to be honest. I mean, I think it'd be cool. I'm not going to go fucking track down his location. But like, I think if I like ran into him at like the supermarket, it'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's not about streamers getting special privileges. It's just like, you'd think if someone like Mr. Beast would be, you know? There are very clearly people who would like probably do some weird shit. I was homeless in the city he grew up in, and he spit in my mouth. It's true. I was the sidewalk. I have extreme social anxiety IRL, so I met someone I'm a fan of. I don't know if I could even say anything. I think if I ran into like Blaze Lifehammer in real life, not that I don't even think I really know what Blaze looks like, but I'd probably just be like, "What's up, Blaze?" I don't know. I don't think I want to take a picture. I feel like I wouldn't be able to ask for a picture. I'd probably just stare and then be like, "Is that Blaze Lifehammer?" And then be like, "Damn, I gotta go say hello." I have a handwritten note from his wife. That's kind of cool. It's crazy he got famous for gifting Twitch streamers insane money. He also kind of like kind of leeched off PewDiePie. If we're being real, kind of rode the PewDiePie train. So did Dream. Yeah, they still update the game. I mean, they don't update it. Usually it gets like a yearly new world. A new world every year or two. I might go transfer over amount. I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I don't know anything about Dream. All I know is he was like one of the biggest creators at the time, and he also got big off of PewDiePie, which is crazy. When you just consider, you know, that two of the largest creators were, whatever the fuck it's called, were bred off of, not bred, that's the wrong word, had their careers spurred off of PewDiePie. I think that's kind of crazy. Do you know a Ferric? Yeah. I don't really know. I know who he is. I need one that's not going to give stats. Dual Dragonfly, perfect. Dude, Mr. Beast's new fucking videos actually scare the shit out of me. It's funny you say that, I watched his most recent video, and I was like, okay, this is kind of like obviously very cool that he's building. Awesome that he's building all these houses. But it's like, why the fuck is Mr. Beast doing this? like not that he shouldn't be, but like, shouldn't there be like, shouldn't it not come down to fucking Mr. Beast? God, I forget who I was watching something, and they were doing like they were doing a bit about how like in 2024, then the election's gonna be decided off of a Mr. Beast challenge video, or that's gonna be like a huge election. Like, you know, we should put Joe Biden and Trump in a fucking Mr. Beast challenge. I really, honestly, don't think we're that far off of it. I think we're gonna be shockingly close to having like a fucking Mr. Beast runs a presidential debate. It wouldn't be a bad idea until fucking you have two 70-plus-year-old men going on a wipeout course. Can you imagine them trying to get over the big red balls in Wipeout? I mean, that would just be like fucking shattered femurs. Dude, if I was like, I mean, RFK Jr. is kind of old, but if I was like, who's the Indian dude who runs, the Republican guy that is like kind of, he does this, oh, he has the funniest fucking ad of him as like the Star Wars dude. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Vivek has, okay, have you seen Vivek's fucking Star Wars ad? Okay, wait. Okay, I don't mean this in a political way at all, but you have to watch this fucking ad. It also has genuinely nothing to do with politics, but where is it? Did he like fucking scrub this off the internet? There's no way. I know I have it saved somewhere. Wait, let me see if I can pull it up. I think I have it on TikTok. No, he might have fucking scrubbed it off the internet. There's no way though. It's not just me. I'm gonna find this fucking ad. I don't care. There's no way. Okay, anyways. If I was that guy, I would so just try to get in a Mr. Beast video. That would be like my major political strategy. The polymorph is on. It's the spell card this pet body gives. Yeah, Andrev let me this body, and it's just on because trying to get the talent as a jewel it's too high of a level. I don't know, this pet actually makes this game so much easier. I didn't dream the Star Wars political ad. I swear it fucking exists. Because it was when they didn't think Trump was going to be able to get on the ballot. Dude, I have to find this fucking ad.
Impressive. It was an honor to fight.
Someone can, okay, it's a Vivek ad. And he's like, that boy is our last hope. And it has fucking Rob DeSantis, and it's hilarious. It might just no longer exist. Found it? Wait, send the link. Please send the link, JRM. I'll play it on stream. If you send me farting on my roommate's door, I'm gonna ban the whole chat. It's on Rumble, is it? I'm not going on Rumble. Can you just send me the link? Even if I will go on Rumble to watch that ad. I will go that far.
You walk like a victor.
Show it to me, Rachel.
Okay, man, are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
Do I have to go on Rumble? God damn, I have to find this fucking... Oh my god. This is such an awful website. Wait, I think I found it. Oh my god, I found it. Wait, I found it. Okay. Stop playing. This website sucks. No, wrong thing. Is this it? Yeah, okay. Okay, just watch this shit. Why is this here? Just watch this. This is a real ad he paid for. One more time. Oh, I love that ad. That's such a, like, a bunch of boomer politicians sitting in a fucking conference room like, we need how do we capitalize off young viewers or young voters? Someone from Gen Z made that? I think it was someone who was like, what do kids like? Star Wars. No, it's not a shitpost. That's his real ad. There is another. It's real, I swear. It's gonna, I mean, like, what I think we should do is the next, I think as we get, like, the voter base gets older and older, we need to adapt it, you know? Like in 10 years, maybe like a Tetris game decides who's president. And then 10 years after that, it's like a, you know, 1v1 Rust 2 interventions only. I think we'll get FaZe Banks as president. He'll change the national currency to NFTs and it'll be so fucking lit. I mean, when you're not one of the big people in the party, you gotta at least get people to remember you. Wizlock for president. We were talking about that the other day. How it should, if it was like a gladiatorial thing. Like all the presidential candidates should have to like fight to the death. I don't think that works. Wiz speedrun for president. Top 10 speedrunners for Mario 64. As much as I would love a gamer to be president, I don't think it could be a speedrunner. I think a speedrunner would be disastrous. I think you'd have someone like trying to fucking win wars with time saves. The 20,000 US soldier gambit. To shave 0.5 seconds off my fucking PB. Decided through a series of Olympic grade contests with the loser being banished to live in a cornfield for the rest of their days. A speedrunner would just try to optimize literally everything. Yeah, but I don't know if I want like someone to be like LBJing through builds. You know, I don't think laws should be optimized. You know? Glitchless world record, no war crimes.
An emissary of His Imperial Majesty. If you have cleared the way, I will make it back. Thank you, revered wizard.
Is this the Pepsi guy? Okay, that's just like... I'm not the Pepsi guy.
I never thought I would live to see a wizard. Thank you. I can't wait to return and fight.
Geneva Convention 80% is crazy.
I'm free. I will return to Samurai Gama. You have my thanks, humble that they are.
Pilk gallon chug contest? Do you know what a gallon of pilk would do to your body? A gallon of pilk would like ruin your week. What would a 100% Geneva Convention even look like? I don't know. I don't know. I think the Geneva Convention's like one of those buzzwords. I don't think most people even know.
You found it.
What's the ratio on pilk? It's actually a heavily debated topic. I think 30% Pepsi is like widely considered optimal. 50-50's no. I mean, some say 50-50. Really? I think the thing with Pilk is you want the milk texture with Pepsi flavor. I think the Pepsi texture with milk flavor is the wrong answer, personally. I'd consider myself a Pilk purist. Yeah, I mean it's called well, I mean it's really it should be 20% Pepsi, 80% milk. If we're doing it oh no, 25% Pepsi. If we're doing it mathematically. I think canon Pilk is 25% Pepsi. Pepsi needs to be flat. That's the coward's answer. I've been on the internet before. I grew up on the internet. You're not gonna get me with Jiva connection. There's 34 rules to the Neva connection. You have to look it up. Like, you're not gonna get me with that. Milk needs to be carbonated. Someone said it like makes the carbonation makes the milk rot, which I find that hard to believe. I think that's like a fool's wise tale. What the fuck is the extra substances?
With these weapons now.
What? You ever been to Boosie's? Boosie's nuts in your mouth? I don't know. Is Boosie's an actual thing? 25% Pepsi, 70% milk, 5% Fent. I wouldn't call myself an expert on Pilk. I think that's a little far. I would consider myself like a dabbler. It's a gas station that's bigger than Walmart. Try milk foam instead, like they do for lattes. Bussy? That seems such a D's Nuts show. Oh, is that the one with the gopher? Does it have like a little mascot? It's a beaver. Bucky's. No. Isn't that like a southern thing though? Or is it a Midwest thing? No, I'm not from the South. Midwesty. Colorado is the only state out of the South to have one? Coming to Oklahoma soon? Isn't it like a really big... What is special about it? Is it just a big gas station? It's part of the Texan religion, but why? They serve fresh brisket? I mean, they serve a lot of things at gas stations. That doesn't mean it's good. I've had a taquito from a gas station. I wouldn't recommend it. It just looks like a supermarket. This might get me hate, but as someone, I feel like this is just kind of a big gas station and there's not a lot else going on. I feel like you get a Boosie's in a place where there's not a ton else going on and it seems more fun than it is. This is kind of like In-N-Out. It's always super packed. It's overrated, to be honest. You are correct. The name is the only good part. It's a fun mascot. In-N-Out, as someone who has been In-N-Out countless times, is a good burger. It's really not that cheap anymore, and it's nothing like to write home about. I think the In-N-Out has terrible fries is actually propaganda. I wouldn't agree with that. In-N-Out, the milkshakes are pretty good. But I don't think the fries, I think people who talk shit about the fries are either nitpicking or aren't really, you know? I don't think they're good. I wouldn't go there and like specifically for the fries, but I don't think they're terrible. In-N-Out is, I'd put In-N-Out, but the problem is with inflation, all fast food's expensive. In-N-Out used to be really competitive because it was, for how good the burger was, it was relatively cheap. Like, I think the best fast food burger is Five Guys, but like, Five Guys borderline isn't fast food because it's like so expensive. In-N-Out, your mom. I am not sorry. Thank you for clarifying. Five Guys is definitely my favorite fast food burger. Of all the fries I've ever had in my life, they're definitely top 3 worst. No. You know what sucks? I went to it. We had a spring break trip in Austin. Whataburger. Whataburger is fucking awful. Whataburger is so hyped by people in the South. It is literally a worse McDonald's. In-N-Out is minimum B tier, A tier before Bidenomics. I mean, I think fast food is so much less appealing. With inflation. I mean, if like I can't go in there with 20 bucks and be a big spender, I don't really want to go. I've never been that big of a Chick-fil-A fan. I'm not that big into chicken, so a chicken restaurant's not really for me. How do you get fries from Pizza Hut? What? Do they make fries? Culver's also super overrated. Another very overrated thing. The only cool... I went to Culver's. I like drove out of my way to go to Culver's for the first time. And the only cool thing I got was a shirt. That was $10. Wait, let me find it. Oh no, not Culver's. Wait, maybe Culver's. No, I'm thinking of Cane's. I've never been to Culver's. I've been to Cane's. And I got this shirt. This isn't my shirt, but it's the shirt I got for $10. And it was so sick. I wear this shirt all the time. I've never been to Culver's. Cane's has decent sauce, but nothing else. I've never been to Culver's. You know where else I've never been that I've heard that actually looks good, and I'm kind of think is my next prospect is Zaxby's. I see a lot of Zaxby's propaganda, and I'm kind of falling for it. Have you never been to Culver's? I've lived on the only place I've ever lived is on the two coasts. The entire middle of the country is a mystery to me. It's not that great, it's mid. Zaxby's can be hit or miss. Steak and Shake? I've never had, I don't know what Steak and Shake is. Shake Shack's really good. It's not fast food. I'm not getting out of I'm not getting out of a Shake Shack without spending like a lot, like an actual dinner. Never been to Steak and Shake. Shake Shack is good. It's just like an actual restaurant. Used to work for Shake Shack AMA? What does that mean? Come and Go is changing their name. Probably a good marketing decision. Probably a good call. AMA's Ask Me Anything? Need to switch realms. The name change broke my heart. Remember when they changed IHOP and people freaked out? They changed it to like IHOB. And then I don't think they ever actually ended up changing it. I'm terrified. There's an IHOP in my town that I will never go back to. Because I went with... this was like when I first made my high school basketball team. I went with like a group of kids after practice. This was like when I first made varsity. And I went, that was my sophomore year, and I went. And I was like kind of like it was me and my other friend who was a sophomore, and we were like the youngest kids. So we just like sat at the end of the table, kind of kept to ourselves. But the kids were the worst I've ever seen to any server in my entire life. I never went to another restaurant with them because I was so embarrassed. It was awful. I mean, and I'm not like one of those people who's like overly like, you know, like I've never worked in the service industry. I'm not someone who's like overly like tips 50%, but I was like appalled. Did burgers and beer go out of business? Every single one near me is gone? I've never heard of burgers and beer. The IHOP near me has no goth chicks, but the older black woman that calls you honey and that is just as good, not gonna lie. Examples? They were just like snapping at waiters, which was crazy. Like, I was like so embarrassed. And there was one kid who was a real, like, from the time I known him to like the time I never saw him again, was just a grade A asshole. And he takes 4 pennies out of his pocket and he slams them on the table and he goes, "I'm only lowering this tip." Which is crazy. It's like, how the fuck do you have no shame? I felt like I was in a Darman video. I like tipped really nicely in cash, but like I like couldn't, you know? It's like fucking mortifying. Had a few tables act like that, yeah, it was not great. I mean, and it was like fucking 14 of us at an random ass unpopulated IHOP at like the early dawn of the morning. It's usually older, middle-aged women. High schoolers will always baffle me. Okay, but like, especially for me in middle school, I was never like a well-behaved, you know? There was times where I was definitely kind of an asshole. I would never do anything like that. Like, I don't, like, even if I was the most immature I've ever been and in the worst mood of my entire life, I would never do that. Like, I don't know how. It would have been a funny bit if he actually tipped. I guess. I mean, if he actually tipped at the end of it, and it was just like a landlord kind of joke, maybe. I have never been to a Waffle House. I've been to a Cracker Barrel once or twice. Can't even ask the waiter for a napkin? No, like, I don't know how the fuck. I DoorDashed for some kids last week with $60 order and a $2 tip. No, thank you. Yeah, that's tough. How does DoorDash, how do they like subsidize? Like, how does that work? Like, if for a $60 order, how much of the $60 do you make for actually picking up and driving the food? You can pick hourly or per order? What's an hour? Is it like depends on where you are in the country? Literally just the tip? I don't know. I can't get the Google AI either, Ninja. I don't know how the fuck. I really wish I had it, because then I could manipulate it, but I just don't. You only make well, on active driving time, it's kind of shitty, right? I can't get rid of the Google AI? I don't understand how. If I switch to my alt account on YouTube, will you think I'll get it? You think it's because we're like moderators? It's like hiding the information from us? It doesn't want us to see this shitty AI? No, I still don't get it. You know what it probably is? It's probably something to do with a privacy setting. It's probably your or my email doesn't have, I like clicked off sharing data or something. So they can't collect my information, so they're hiding the fucking advancements of the world to me. It's very hit or miss if it wants to work. I don't get how they roll something like that out. Like, it very clearly just doesn't work. %15 service fee. They have slightly increased prices on all the items. Anything that Opera has paid probably comes from that. DoorDash is like fucking expensive. DoorDash is really expensive. He's just shadow ban, no biggie? What? Chad is arguing about the fast food restaurants. Why does this feature exist? I think actually as a concept, it's a really cool idea. I honestly kind of wish it worked better. I think that could be a huge thing for YouTube live streams. Just the amount of times you click into a live stream and it's like, what the fuck is going on? I think it could actually be kind of a cool AI tool to have it be like a summary of what's going on. I actually see that kind of being like a useful application for AI. That's not totally invasive. It just doesn't work. It said what was some of the ones people were posting in a Discord last stream were crazy. $6 item for McDonald's goes up to $9 before delivery fee. It's insane. It picked up on us calling you a war criminal. I don't think AI will. I think AI is so far off of sarcasm. Doesn't DoorDash just lose money though? Isn't it as a company just kind of a shitty company? I feel like I remember reading somewhere that it just like hemorrhages money. Because once you actually insure everything and like take care of fucking cost and missing food and all that, I think it's like not that profitable of a business. They lose money on every order, but they make up for it in volume. But how do they make up for it in volume? I mean, do they have to? I don't fucking know, dude. That seems like such a headache of a business. Banned a YouTuber with 30k deliveries and 100% satisfaction rate without telling him why. You know what I think is actually so fucking interesting? Is how, like, there was all these tech startups, like I think streaming services are the best example of them, where like it was really cool for a while and they've slowly just gone back. Like streaming completely killed cable, but now streaming services have just morphed back into cable. It's just like, wait, we make more money doing it that way. I feel like delivery is gonna be the same way. Like Uber was so good in comparison to taxis, and I feel like more and more they're becoming like taxis. Like I guess they still can pick you up anywhere, but like in terms of rates and everything and like getting scammed and like price gouging and all that shit. Possibly the Amazon Uber initial strategy where they try to put others out of business for being unsustainably cheap for many years and then ramping up once they have a good customer base. Exactly. Like I feel like all these like super cool, useful companies are just getting worse and worse because they're like, shit, we actually have to start making money. You gotta get off VR chat? What? Like, you know what's actually gonna be the next fucking thing to go down that route is gonna be Twitch. Twitch has never made money. Bezos just pumps money into that shit and he loses money off of it. There's gonna be some crazy, I'm calling it. 2024 is gonna be the year of some bullshit advertising thing on Twitch to try to make it more profitable. I have over 3,600s on VR chat. It's fucking crazy. Have you seen the DoorDash robots and how everyone keeps jumping the robots and humping them? I haven't seen the humping part. I've seen people like abducting the DoorDash robots. I've seen people like beef with them. I missed the humping part. Yeah, people are like dropping cable or dropping a lot of streaming services because it's literally just turning into cable. Watching people humping the DoorDash robots is the funniest shit I've ever seen. You saw? Wasn't there one for a while where like the one guy would just bully the one robot over and over? You know what I'm talking about? It was like Kevin or something. Yeah, this is Wii Moo Meadows. Twitch is already doing some shady shit. They increased sub prices and removed the no ads from having Prime. Now they want you to buy Turbo if you want no ads. I kind of wish that fucking YouTube wasn't just like... I feel like they had 2 months where they were trying to make streaming better. And then they're like, YouTube Shorts fucking took over their whole shit. Now all they care about is Shorts. Because I feel like if YouTube... The biggest advantage YouTube has is discoverability. And their algorithm. I think YouTube, if it actually gave a shit about its streaming UI and stuff and just put in a little bit of effort, could like actually really compete with Twitch. They're just like, nah. Skibidi Toilet Riz. Only an Ohio fan attacks. The problem you have with Twitch is it's like a whole cultural thing at this point. They upped the price of Turbo. Doesn't upping the sub price kind of make sense, though? Have they ever done that before? At least it's no Kick. What do you mean? Kick is premium entertainment. Kick is so lit. You're just a fucking normie who doesn't like crime. NFTs! Escape the Matrix! Can you turn the diamond? Can I turn it up? Is it loud enough? the thing is, there's a couple reasons I stream on YouTube instead of Twitch. The major one is discoverability. It's very hard for a niche game like Wiz to carry an audience over on a YouTube channel. That's the major reason. If you're not category hopping or in like a poppin' category on Twitch, it's fucking impossible. Like, no one will ever find you. Okay, I didn't get banned. I signed an NDA. Just to clarify, that was a bit. I did not actually sign an NDA with Twitch. I wouldn't have sniffed out Zinky without YouTube streaming. Okay, that's hurtful. Got 156. I paid my Kick friends for 100 viewing bots. And then I have 50 alt tabs open. So there's about 6 of us here right now who are real, which is pretty good. Daily reminders, the best Pokemon gens are 2 through 5. I'm such a Gen 4 purist. People will give me like a million reasons why the original like Platinum game isn't the best Pokemon game of all time, and I just don't listen. The Viewbot website says you need to do your monthly payment since it's the first of the month and all. I actually just rotate off fake emails. They do a 3-month free thing. So I just kind of rotate. What's up, Abiding Star?
Surprise. Not me.
I'm there because someone made memes making fun of myth wizards, and then I asked why you told me about you, so now I've been playing Wizard101 for the first time since I was like 10. It's, yeah. That's what I did with Spotify, canceled my credit card and then didn't cancel my premium for 12 months. Isn't that like, isn't that technically fraud? Like, if we're gonna get technical, isn't that just kind of illegal? It's good business sense. Only if you get caught. Hey, I ain't no rat. I think the second I step into a government office, I'll burst into flames. I think that would be the end of me. Ronald Reagan's charred corpse would reach up from the underworld and grab me and pull me down with him. Found Xerath through the Aspiring War Criminal tab on YouTube. Just started a death, then saw the video where he begged us to pick anyone else? What? That's by far the best school in the game. I think that is the one thing, that and Miss Sucking are the two things I've never changed my opinions on. I think I've always sworn by death. First Zerite video I watched was his Nuzlocke 2-hour video. Never watched Wiz before. That's crazy. Honestly, I knew that video was gonna do well. I did not expect as many people that have no idea anything about Wiz to sit through it. Because it's not like I really explained that much about the game. It's the best PvP school? I have no idea. The worst school in the game's honestly Ice. But like, it's Myth, but it's Ice. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Wizlock was a challenge I came up with chat randomly, thinking it would be like a fun, like, haha, this is gonna take 5 tries, and then I spent 2 years of my life trying to beat it. The first Wizard101 video in years I've seen pop up on my recommended. That's crazy. I mean, I think there was a lot of people where it was like they played the game when they were younger, so they at least kind of understood it. But there was also a lot of people leaving comments like, what the fuck is a pip? What the fuck is a pip? That's why there's so many pip comments. Because there were so many people watching that video that had no idea about anything that was going on. And then they got to the pilk part and they're like, let's fucking go, I get it. I get it now.
Amazing.
No, I think that video has more views than any playlist on my channel. It might be pretty close. Yeah, it definitely now has more views than... maybe not. Than every school ever. Every school ever probably has it just edged out. But even more so, every school ever... I had no idea what a power pip was when I started watching your Nuzlocke video. See, like, I kind of wish I had known. Because if I had added like a 2-minute segment explaining some of the more basic game mechanics, it probably would have really benefited people. But I remember that was something I was thinking about like while I was editing that. Because it was hard to balance between like explaining stuff that's complex, but also like not over explaining. Zerite made me re-download the game. I spent $35 on it, played for probably a week, and haven't played it since. I got scammed. I think you have a gambling problem. I think that's the bigger thing. Watch Cornbore. I know Cornbore. I think Cornbore actually, I really like. I've talked to him a little bit. I think they make really good content. I do think it's kind of hard to be a news channel on this game though. So I don't think it gets consistent enough updates. You know, they are really funny. If you go too far, you get the Watch for Rolling Rocks video, where you go into digressions on parallel universes for 5 times the length of the actual gameplay. like initially, the part where I explained like the class segments was a lot more like at the start, where I was kind of explaining about all about the classes, was way more in depth. And I was kind of like, because I had like so much fucking footage and so much gameplay, whereas like I wanted to explain kind of like how each school worked in each world almost. And then I was like, this is stupid. I'm gonna explain this and then play on a school that I've never fucking played before. I never edited any of that. The Snyder cut of the Wizlock. Editing that video was crazy. Editing that video was fucking absurd. You can ask my roommate. I was like huddled around my desk and I only had one monitor. And like my entire room was packed and I was waiting to like pack my computer because I had to finish it. And I just had like cans of caffeinated drinks like surrounding me. And I was just like in a fucking haze of editing. That video's easily, I mean, the longest, I don't know. It depends. So like editing for me, like if I'm editing, like the Wizhead Wednesday video is by far the easiest kind of video to edit. Because it's one stream, it's linear, it's whatever, you know? Like you're just kind of cutting out shit and keeping it together. With like the Wizlock, you have to grab all those graphics off the fucking wiki, and then you're digging back in the fucking footage from 3 years ago where I'm trying to find where I got one shot by, you know, whoever, by whatever, what's his name? General Achilles. And then you're trying to like locate whatever. And then you have to like do all these graphics, and the graphics take forever. Like that turtling animation I made, I remember specifically being like, I just spent like 45 minutes getting all the assets for this and making it and doing it, and I had to restart, and then you redo it, and then it's like, this is like 15 seconds, and I'm just narrating over it. It sounds miserable, but it's like oddly addicting. Skill issue. There are people that are like fucking wizards in Premiere Pro. There are definitely people that are like fucking wizards. If I ever go completely off the deep end, there's one thing I've thought about doing with the Wizlock again, but I don't think I'll ever do it. Maybe one day. I kind of want to leave it for a little while. I want Iguodala. One shot. Fate of the universe on the line, or the Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth. You better hit it. I want Iguodala. I don't think I've ever used that clip in a video. I think I've been really close a couple times and I've never done it. Wizlock naked. What's up, Pin? It's going good. This pet that I made and spent 4 hours making last stream makes it way easier. It's kind of carrying me so far. Yeah, the Wizlock past Mallet Stare wouldn't be possible. I mean, you could go straight Deathless Challenge, but then it's kind of just what Max did. And I would just go immune, and I don't really want to do that. At that point, I don't think it has as much of the unique stuff to it. Boomer. Hey, it's Max. He's a guy who had a whole series on just like a plain deathless run. Okay, using a mount is just a quality of life thing. This benefits us all. It has no stats. Maybe deathless plus level lock plus solo. The problem is, if you're really gonna go past even Celestia, you need to kind of try hard. But the thing is, if you try hard, then it's kind of easy. It's also kind of like if you go death and spam abuse drains and go immune and stuff, I think you kind of moonwalk through a lot of the game. Especially if you're tryharding, like... This pet's so cute. Can we talk about that? Max these nuts. You basically go, like... Going immune is like getting, if it's a fire boss, getting like 90% fire resist. So it comes, they can't hurt you. You know what I mean? Eventually you can get it to where you'll have like 80% universal resist on a death, and then you just train and never die. Until you get to something like fucking Storm Titan, you know? You'll be chillin'. I want to see this spell. We haven't used this spell yet. Kind of cool. What if they gave Merle a gun? I think this game would be a lot shorter. You think if the young wizard just shot Malice there in the tutorial? Stand your ground, laws. Pet only is literally, I'm completely naked and I can only use a pet. I can only use pet stats and pet spells. I have no other gear or no other anything. You're only allowed to use pet spells. There's definitely ways to make the Wizlock harder. Yeah, and mount for quality of life. I got a pet last stream for the polymorph jewel, and he just gives the polymorph as his base card. I spent legitimately 4 hours and like countless snacks and potions to make this pet. It's fucking so niche, but it makes this challenge so much easier. It gives Reshuff, it gives Firezilla, it gives this, and it gives the polymorph spell. Yeah, I gotta feed my pet. Do I just Reshuff instead? It took forever. It was really what I went insane last stream. That is by far the angriest I've ever fucking been. It's not even really close. It's actually really not even close. I mean, it only is gonna make this part a cakewalk. Trying to beat Malistaire pet only too is gonna be fun. I mean, part of the challenge of it was making this pet. And I still die. I don't know. This is such a niche, stupid fucking challenge idea. I'm pretty confident I'm the only one who's ever done it. Which is cool. Oh, I definitely do play other games in my free time. It's more so when I'm at school. I didn't potion. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not really playing anything right now. Occasionally there will be a game that'll like no life for a month. But there hasn't been a game yet that I've been like in a long, honestly a decent while. Okay, I wasn't too shit to finish the game. I was playing with my roommate, and my roommate got bored and fucking went on without me. My roommate pulled the ultimate gamer sin and fucking abandoned me. The problem with Elden Ring is I've never been into games where I have to like fucking focus and try hard. I haven't played Baldur's Gate now. I'm not super into the idea of it. I'm not really into role-playing. Valheim was good. Valheim, I kind of had a lot of fun with it when it first came out, but it's so fucking punishing when you die that I never got like super in like lost in it. I'm also not into fighting games really. Here's my problem with fighting games. Back in the day, I really liked Brawlhalla for a while, and I got to the point where I was like pretty decent. Like I reached the point where it was like, you're pretty much as good as you can be without practicing combos. And it's like, I'm not gonna go into a fucking private bot lobby and practice combos and strings. What games are you into? Madden 22, Madden 23, Madden 24, Madden 25. No, I don't play Madden. I love Skyrim. Honestly, if it was like I had to pick one game to play right now and just go like play for a week, it'd be Skyrim. Valheim was really good. I go through phases where I'll play a good amount of CS2. I played a tiny bit of Destiny when it first came out. Do the Jew Soulstein challenge, except the twist is you're not good at the game. Okay. I'm actually good at Skyrim, but that's fine. I play a good amount of Minecraft. I played a ton when I was younger. I don't know. Even as shit as CS2's release was, it's such a good game. I probably think that, like, technically, just from a pure enjoyment standpoint, CSGO's Prime was one of the best games ever. I don't think anything really rivals CSGO, especially a first-person shooter. Did you ever play? I never played Little Big Planet. I was an Xbox kid. Yeah, and CS2's player base keeps growing. It's actually insane. I kind of wish the game would die for a little while, so Valve had to fix it. I was a DS kid. I wasn't an. I've never had a Switch. But growing up, I was a huge Wii and a DS kid. I've never played Gears of War. I had a family computer, as well as an Xbox. But I had a family computer where the only game it could run was Club Penguin and Wiz. My computer really struggled to run like the earliest beta versions of Minecraft. Oh, I am a fucking pro Mario Super Sluggers player. That, I think, is one of my favorite games ever. I want to make a YouTube video on Mario Sluggers. I've actually really thought about doing that. Every time my friends come home, we have a Mario Super Sluggers tournament, and I want to record it and make a video on it. It's such a bad game, but it's so fun. It's so, like, there's no skill involved in it. It is complete horseshit. It's so much fun, though. It is an awesome game. Were you an Xbox kid? Did you have Uno? No, I had the oldest Xbox known to man. Okay, it's the thing is I don't really want a game to play. I don't really need a game. I'm busy enough. It comes with Uno. I did play a decent amount of Fortnite. I missed its prime though. Lost my job today, that sucks. Did you consider storming in there and trying to fire your boss? I've never played... I've played Fallout. I've never been as into Fallout as I've been to Skyrim. I really want to... I actually want to do more Skyrim challenges or something.
It is safe to return? Thank you, revered wizard. I will return to my post.
Come on, let the fuse, he's a rocket and he's ready to go. Cause now the countdown has started and he's ready to blow. He's got the dope sounds bumping and his stereo.
I'm gonna skip this because this probably is gonna get copyrighted. I'm crying now. Wizlock, but controls are inverted. Wiz is like a very challenging game to make challenge ideas for. Because there's not really a movement system involved. So a lot of the traditional like mechanics with it don't really work, if that makes sense.
Orders from Rikuban. Thank you, SG Wizard. I will return to my post.
Iron Man, no potions or red wisp, drop gear only. Yeah, but that doesn't work because then every time you go to the common area, you're just gonna regen health. It's actually a really cool idea. It's just like not practical. And then every time you level up too. What's up, Kevin? Kevin, our boy has been doing really good. I should name this pet after Kevin. I'm gonna go name this pet Kevin, actually. Kevin fucking carried me through this pet. Like, yeah, it's like, the problem is like crafting gear only would be like, but I think it'd be too easy. You know what I mean? I've thought about a lot of that stuff, like crafting gear only. Also, like one pip only sounds like it would be good, but then you kind of think about it and it's like it would just be feint stacking. So it's probably easier than any challenge I've ever done. I think you should get balance split on the pet. I think you should let me be happy. I think we should prioritize my enjoyment for once. They don't have Kevin? What? How do they have... They have fucking Keisha, Kitty, and Kobe, and they don't have Kevin. Can we name him Vaden instead? Vaden. I really don't think they'd have blasted. I mean, they fucking might. They might have blast. No. Vaden it is. How did he get named Krusty Bubba? How did this happen? Did I do this? I mean, Krusty Bubba does kind of go hard. I think we're gonna rock with that then. Crusty Bubba. I would kill for Krusty Bubba's honor. I was never really into pro wrestling. Like WWE, was never really my thing. Take me, giant. I just love this fucking thing's animation. Do it again. I'll never forget when I beat World in Review and when I finished that series, the amount of people that asked me to do it on every school. It's like, no. 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 I just made so much fucking, like, spent so long on that shit. I'm not doing it on every school. I've already exhausted all the jokes I can make on this game, too. Just beat the game 6 more times. Like a full game playthrough, when you do it that way solo, not really cheating with Crown's gear and stuff, is like 200 hours. It's fucking crazy. Baby mentality. Ninja, I give you full permission to make the other 6 World in Reviews. I think you should start your own World in Review centered channel.
I will defend this path, wizard. None shall pass.
Call me Bricktop the way I be. Okay. Nathan, it can't be this horny in a Wizard101 chat, man. This won't be an hour-long video. This is probably like a 20-minute video.
Thank you, living creature. We will fight against your enemy. Tell Rikugan.
I see that
I don't think I have an hour's worth of content. There's just no way. Daddy!
CH or CH donated $10. Krusty Bubbaism.
It's true. Was there supposed to be a media share on that? I don't think it's this one. I think this one's just permanently stuck. Let me fix it. No, I don't think it was. I appreciate the 10 though. Will you ever re-upload the Minecraft speedrun VOD? Absolutely not. That was one of the worst streams I've ever fucking done. That will stay privated in the archives forever. That was all of my monthly allowance. Rich, I appreciate it. You should. It's a good. You're being a good viewer serving your corporate overlord. I'm gonna take that $10 straight to the blackjack table. I'll turn it into 10 million and we'll all come up, you know? That was the one where I just at every turn I got screwed over by RNG, and then I couldn't find. I spent 30 minutes in the actual stronghold looking for the portal, so I went into spectator mode and just tried to kill the dragon in creative. But it's actually really hard to kill the dragon in creative. What's up, Antwob? Yeah, I guess I did fail at cheating. It just, the whole stream sucked. It was from top to bottom, it just, everything went wrong. The media share fucking broke, and it just started randomly playing the Cantonese beaver thing at max volume every like 5 minutes. So I'd be trying to like focus or like commentate, and then this random Cantonese beaver would just start like screaming. It was not peak. It was one of those things that retrospectively was kind of funny, but in the moment I was so pissed. I was so miserable that whole stream. What Juan has the best cast animation? I have no idea. I kind of think those daggers are cool. See, it would be cheating, but because I'm a billionaire, it's actually just hard work. You know what I mean? Like, I actually just have a grind set and passive income, and you wouldn't understand. You know what I mean? It's only illegal when non-millionaires and billionaires do it. Dude, half the stream was me literally chopping down trees to trade with a Fletcher, and then I failed like 3 Fletchers. They just didn't have the pearl trade I needed. It was awful. And the villagers were so broken the whole time. Like, they refused to pick up trades. Do this. What is on the raccoon's, like, thing? Yeah, but, like, what's on the scarf? It has, like, the Ravenwood tree on it. An ankle monitor? He's a fucking war criminal. Do you have to unequip your mount to play as a pet? This is such a shitty feature. It is. It's like a little Ravenwood thing. She's such a fucking cute pet. I wish you were faster in this mode, and it was viable. I wish you could also just fucking talk to these people.
You've done it.
He's such a goofy pet too. Just his fucking talents. You can't even fucking change the cards in your deck when you're in this. What is the point of this? It's so bad. The quest arrow doesn't work. Like I have never understood why pet stitching and mouth stitching aren't a thing. I like, it doesn't make any sense. Because there's a lot of things KingsIsle refuses to do because it doesn't make them money, fine. But like, mount stitching would make you money. Because people would have to buy 2 mounts if they wanted a faster mount or a mount with power pip chance and a cosmetic one. You know what I mean? I mean, it's unethical, sure, but like... That way, everyone... It was really bad when the Frillisaur was so meta. So it's like, everyone has the Frillisaur. Like, why? Why do you shit on diversity? You know what I mean? These always take so long for no reason.
You have shown skill to reach me, but this is when your luck runs out.
Yeah, and everyone used the motorcycle. It's just like, this is dumb. If my hero Jeff Bezos doesn't have to care about fucking ethics, I don't have to care about ethics. Every day I ask myself, what would Bezos do? WWBD. Sorry. That was the thing possessing me. My exorcism. No, pet stitching would be so dope. It's also like there's certain pets I want because like everyone, there's like only so many pets that get like a blade and a feint or like a good AoE, but like I want to use the fucking default fire cat so I can be a Chad. And instead I have to be fucking the same as everyone else. Like it just kind of kills. Like why have 1,000 gazillion different pets if only 5 of them are gonna be like meta? Alright, I'm probably ending stream after this dungeon. Break my tree, I'll set you free. Set me free. You gonna save on the city. Early game pet body matters more. Yeah, but like it's also at the end of the day, it's you're better off having a pet body that has a blade, you know, or an extra feint. I don't know. Who runs KingsIsle social media now? Is it just some college intern? They should give me the keys. Give me the keys. I'd have a couple at Joe Biden, at Donald Trump tweets that would really get the game going. Maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing, but I'm gonna bring in publicity. You're telling me, okay, the Wiz Twitter tweets at Joe Biden, at Donald Trump, hi, we would like to formally extend our offer to hold the next debate. 1v1 PvP best of 3 match. You're telling me that's not a fucking viral tweet? You're telling me that doesn't break Twitter? That is a fucking banger tweet. Debate in the comments. Or did they debate on Wiz using menu chat? This polymorph has 3 Tempests. It's actually really good. Pet's cracked. I think we decided that Trump's a Storm Wizard and Biden's an Ice Wizard. I don't know. I haven't dropped any frames. Sometimes YouTube sucks and you just have to refresh.
Abiding Star donated $3.
Thank you very much for being here. We're going to begin with a question from one of the members in our town hall. Each of you will have 2 minutes to respond to this question. Secretary Clinton, you won the coin toss, so you'll go first. Our first question comes from Patrice Brock. Patrice?
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to a server?
Yes, I think that that's a very good question.
See, that would be me, but I'd be like, how do you think we get Wiz out of the stale 7-pip AoE meta?
You have found the Emperor's sword.
Yeah, see, Kevin. Alright, I think I'm done. There's a dungeon, right? That video is such a time capsule. I got a wood skeleton key. Are there any good wood skeleton key bosses?
You have returned. What news from you?
Alright, that's gonna do it for stream. We're gonna make the 7-pip AoEs great again. Anyone have any brilliant things to say? Good night, good night, good night.